Sometimes you just gotta accept that it's not meant to be. It's just how it is. Sometimes you just gotta accept it and just live with it. This competition just doesn't like us. I don't know why, but this competition absolutely hates Barcelona. I don't know why. I don't know what we've done. I don't know. I mean, apparently we've done something, but this competition really dislikes us. It really just dislikes us. And there's no words. Honestly, there's no words. I'm so proud of the team. But if I'm honest, I'm really pissed off from the first game. You know what I mean? If the team can play like that, then why do they play like morons in the first game? You know what I mean? I don't understand why they played like that. Sucks, man. It sucks. It's really difficult playing against Atletico. I think our play style just doesn't match well with theirs. It's much better for them because you know the high line, and they have Juliano, they have Almada, Julian Alvarez. You know, Lookman. Quick players, and it just doesn't match up well with us. It doesn't, or you know what I mean? Like for them, it matches up well, but for us, it doesn't. Um, it's just really hard, especially in knockout football. It's really, really difficult to beat them. You know what I mean? There's a reason why we've never beaten them in the Champions League knockouts. Three ties, and all three of them they won. And it's as simple as that. You know, Diego Simeone is really difficult to, in La Liga, a one game thing, you can beat him, but in a knockout style competition, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to beat him. Um, and while I think Atletico are not going to win the Champions League, um, they can maybe make it pretty far. I mean, I don't think they're going to win the next tie. If they, especially if they face PSG, yeah, I don't think there's any chance. Um, I just realized, wait, what? Hold up. Oh yeah, the commentators are morons. The fuck? They were saying the winner's gonna face Liverpool or PSG. Are they actually stupid? Um, yeah. Anyway, we're not gonna get to play Arsenal. That really sucks. I was really looking forward to playing them for the first time in 20 years, literally. Actually, no, sorry. My bad. I'm an idiot. Yeah, of course. We faced them multiple times, but I don't know. It feels like a while. You know what I mean? Since we played Arsenal, but maybe even Sporting. I don't even know if we have. Yeah, we have faced them, but I don't think we faced them in the knockouts ever. But yeah, um, it's just not meant to be, man. It's not. Um, 12 years later and 10 years later, uh, it's the same thing. Atletico by one goal advance, and that's just how it is. Like I said, I'm proud of the team. I don't think we should fault anyone. I don't. I honestly forgot about Eddie Garcia getting the red card until like now, pretty much. Um, but I don't think that's his fault. You could argue that's not a red card, but I mean, it didn't change the game, did it? So it doesn't really matter. Um, Nothing happened after that. I mean, I don't really think that affected our game. Yeah, it didn't affect their game because they didn't score. So it's not a big deal. Even though I know he's gonna be mad at himself. He was really upset when he was walking down the tunnel. He was really upset at himself, and I feel bad. It's two red cards, and if we play like this next season, I'm not watching. I'm not. I'm not watching a stupid ass highline. That only works when Rafinha plays. You know what I mean? Like you can play. How can you play a play style that suits one player? Don't understand it. I never will. Um, but if we have Rafinha, yeah, sure, you can play the highline. I'll watch it. But if you don't, it's just gonna be cancer to watch. It's this. You're pretty much guaranteed to get a man sent off every game, which is just suicidal. I mean, that's genuinely suicidal. Doesn't matter how good everyone else at the other end is. If your defense is not compact, you're gonna get murdered, especially by Atletico. Um, but yeah, super proud of everyone, man. I missed the first goal. I missed the first goal. Uh, yeah, but then I saw it. I saw that Lamine scored and it was 1-0. So yeah, I saw, they showed the scoreboard. Um, yeah, really happy for him. Really good pressing. Pressing was amazing today. Pressing was fantastic. But it's just not the same without Rafinha. Because the high line is you need Rafinha, man. You need Rafinha for the high line. Um, but yeah, great pressing. Ferran Torres was probably the best player on the pitch today. I'm really happy he started. I was even saying he should start before the game because I think he had good momentum and yeah, Flick saw that and he started him and he played amazingly. Sure there was some moments he could have done better. Yeah, he could have. He definitely could have done better. But let's be honest, he was great today, man. He was fantastic today. We can't fault him. You know what I mean? He still finished his chance. Um, and he got the assist. He got a goal and assist. So I mean, we can't really fault him. Lamine was incredible today. Towards the end, you could see he got tired. Ruggeri was kind of beating him, which is crazy because Ruggeri, you know, got a concussion and he was still playing really well. Um, but yeah, he was still fantastic. You know what I mean? He was still great. I was really surprised to see Rashford not start. That was really, really surprising. I kind of like it though. I think it paid off. I mean, obviously it didn't because we lost, but I think it ended up being the right decision. Rashford was bad anyway when he came on, but I don't know. I feel like maybe he could have started. Obviously, Dani Olmo started left wing, which is I don't even know actually. No, no, Fermin. Sorry, it was Fermin at left wing, which I don't know. I don't really think he particularly played well there. I prefer when he plays through the center, but it's not a big deal. Um, Dani Olmo was great as well. Got the assist for the Ferran goal, just really good. Fermin was really good. Oh man, that chance is just gonna give him nightmares, isn't it? That chance is gonna give him nightmares. I thought he was gonna shoot it with his foot, but he headed it, and of course it hits Musso's hip. Like this is the only shit. This is the shit that only happens to Barcelona in the Champions League. It hit Musso's hip. You can't make this shit up. You really can't make this shit up. It wasn't even a bad header. It was a pretty decent header. You know what I mean? It was a pretty solid header. Sure, he could have maybe, aimed for the corners, you know what I mean? Not maybe less to the center of the goal. But I mean, it's a really there was a lot of pressure on him there and it is what it is. But yeah, we would have went through 100%. I think we would have went through. We might have even scored a fourth goal. All the momentum was on our side. Atletico were scared. And then yeah, I think that moment changed the entire game. Because Fermin got in. Fermin, you know, got hit. I think it was right here. A little bit below the nose. Um, he got hit, and yeah, he started bleeding. That gave Atletico some time to recollect themselves and just, you know, calm down. And yeah, that changed the entire game because we were all over them. They were shitting themselves. They literally were. I mean, I don't blame them. This press is horrifying. But yeah, I think we would have, maybe even scored a fourth, and yeah, the game would have died, and we would have went through. But we're cursed. It's as simple as that. We're absolutely cursed. You know what I mean? Um, not only did he miss, but he also got hit right here, um, which it was a double double whammy, double whammy to Barcelona. We didn't get the third goal, and it also gave them time to calm down. Yeah, it was done. It was done after that. You know what I mean? Even the corner was kind of close. Gavi hit Griezmann, and then yeah, it deflected towards him, and then I'm pretty sure a few minutes after that they scored. I'm not sure, but a little bit after that they scored. Um, it was just bad defending. I don't really know what to say about that goal. Yeah, I feel like one day should have done better to get there in front of Lookman. I feel like he was a little bit too lazy. I feel like he should have killed himself to try and get back. Like when Llorente centered it, when Llorente crossed that, I feel like he could have been there to clear it, but it's the high line, man. You play like that, you get killed. It's just even Eddie could have maybe blocked the cross, maybe if he got there, but I don't really know who's at fault for that. I don't. I feel like it was just in general, the high line shitting itself. Um, maybe Gerard Martin. I don't really know where he was. But yeah, they scored, and that pretty much. I don't know. It didn't really kill the game because we still needed one goal, so it's not the end of the world. But I mean, that really helped Atletico. You know what I mean? And that really helped them calm down. But yeah, after that, we were still the better team for sure. We're by far the better team in this game. It wasn't even close. Similar to the last game. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, before halftime, Ferran had a massive chance where he he was literally in. Lamin slipped him in, but he just I don't know. He got caught up in his feet, and then he won the foul. Let's be honest, not a single Barca fan was confident in that free kick. Like I've never even seen Ferran take a free kick before, so I don't know. I never thought anything was gonna come of that. I kept saying for him to pass it to Lamin. Lamin was he had a decent amount of space, and I think he could have maybe shot it or passed it. I think that was definitely the right decision. Honestly, pass it to anything but shoot. Honestly, that's all I wanted, and he fucking shot. Um, and yeah, it wasn't even close. I feel like if you're gonna, you know, take the free kick, then give it to Lamin. At least he can maybe score. That was the most stupid shit I've ever seen. That's another reason why I feel like Rashford should have started. Even there was another corner as well. In the first half, Fermin just skied it, literally easy goal kick. That's why we need Rashford on the pitch. Sure, he's not amazing, but at set pieces, he's by far our best player. By far. Um, but yeah, half ends, 2-1. Everyone's still optimistic. I'm still optimistic. It's not over. Obviously, 2-0. Even 3-0 would have been better, but, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We go into the half. We played pretty well. It was a pretty calm start, but then, Gavi hit Gok, or no, it was a Goki, sorry. I think it was Ujedi. Yeah, Ujedi. He made him bleed. A lot of blood in this game, a lot of blood. But yeah, he got a yellow card for that, and then the free kick was really dangerous. Lenormand somehow missed. I don't know how he missed that, but he had another opportunity after that, a header, and then that's pretty much it. Other than that, the rest of the half we dominated them. Um, yeah, they barely even had any chances. Obviously, the Sotolos red card. He got a red card for Eddie Garcia. Other than that, I guess. Oh yeah, the one chance early in the half, Julian Alvarez. I was really shitting myself there, but yeah, luckily nothing came of it. That was a corner, by the way, and also in the first half there was another corner that the referee didn't call. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but um, Cancelo won a corner in the first half. The referee didn't see it. I feel like the Eddie Garcia one. I don't know. I feel like they were both pretty obvious, but obviously he didn't see it. Yeah, that was a corner for Atletico. He didn't give that either. Um, and then yeah, after that we just kept pushing, playing amazing football. Um, I don't know. I feel like we didn't really create any clear-cut opportunities. Oh, of course, the offside goal. Man, what if that counted, bro? What if Ferran was? I'm not gonna lie. Ferran could have left it for Fermin, and I think it would have been a goal. I really feel like that could have, because he was behind him. Maybe Fermin wouldn't have got there in time, but I don't know. Obviously, I'm not gonna blame him. The instinct there is to shoot. You know what I mean? And it was a great finish. Everyone thought it was onside, and then they showed it, and then yeah, unfortunately, he was pretty clearly offside. Um, but yeah, he was pretty clearly offside, and then yeah, everyone was in jubilation. It seemed like Ferran had equalized, but then yeah, it was offside. Um, Ferran subbed off.
feel like he should have played the full 90. I feel like he deserved it. Lewa barely did anything. He was decent. He had one header. I mean, he probably should have scored that. Let's be honest. But um, yeah, I feel like Ferran deserved to stay on, and he was frustrated. You know what I mean? He was really angry, and rightly so. I feel like he should have stayed on. Who did we take off for Rashford? I don't even know. I think it was Fermin, right? Yeah, yeah, Fermin. Fermin was taken off. Rashford came on. I'm not gonna lie to not rate substitutions. I don't really agree with those two substitutions. I feel like you need Fermin and Ferran. I would have subbed up the Olmo maybe. Maybe. I don't even know. Um, I don't know. It's not a big deal, It doesn't really make a difference. Gavi, I would have subbed up Gavi. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think Gavi was that great after that yellow card that he got. But I think before that he was good though, for sure. Um, after that, you know, sorry about that. After that, Barca kept going. Um, I think there was I don't think there was any clear cut chances. I'm not gonna lie. I think they just got tired, to be honest. When you're killing yourself, for the entire game, it sucks. It really does suck. Because you're gonna get tired eventually, and then yeah, that's just how it is. That's why you have to just score. You have to just score. There was another chance that Ferran had. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Dani Olmo chance. He chipped it. Musso saved it. I'm not gonna lie. The commentators were, talking, praising Musso a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of the saves were just luck. I'm not gonna lie. Is that crazy to say? It kind of just hit him. Like, I don't understand. Like, he definitely made good saves, but the Dani Olmo save was not impressive. The Fermin save was not impressive. Um, there was another Ferran chance where he slipped and he kind of just hit it, but with no real intent or anything. That was not a good save. That was just Ferran hit it right at him. Um, the Daniel Olmo penalty, it's not a penalty. He should have squared it, man. Why did he not square it? I was literally screaming. I thought he was gonna square it though. I really thought he was gonna square it, but yeah, he shot it. If he scores that to Gavi, I think that's 3-0. Or I don't know if it was 1-0 at that time or 2-0, but that resulted in a goal. That's the point. Gavi was by himself. And even the other chance, Gavi, oh man, if he scored that, that would have been such a great moment for him. The Ferran goal that was offside. If Gavi, scored that, that would have been incredible. But yeah, um, it is what it is, man. There's nothing else to say. There's no complaints. You know what I mean? I don't have anything to complain about. The team tried. But yeah, uh, what we should complain about is the first leg. Simple as that. That's what we should complain about. The first leg is what killed us. You know what I mean? I feel like even one goal, I think would have been fine, but I think 2 goals is just not enough. I think it's more so just not scoring. I think that was really just embarrassing. Not scoring at the Camp Nou is just really disappointing. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I was really hoping for the fans to see another UCL semifinal. I think they deserved it. The Camp Nou. This is the first season back with the Camp Nou. It would have been cool to enjoy some UCL knockout games, but it is what it is. We'll be back next season with the renovated Camp Nou, with a better Camp Nou, with the hopefully a better team, hopefully a better defense, hopefully a striker that can actually. I mean, I don't know if Ferran was good, but I mean, I want Julian Alvarez, someone like that. You know what I mean? But honestly, more importantly, without this curse, without this UCL curse that we have, I think that's the most important thing, to be honest. But yeah, after that Frankie De Jong came on, I was expecting for him to start. It would have been great to bring him on earlier, but you know it is what it is. I think he was good. You know, he wasn't anything crazy. Araujo, oh my god, Araujo, man. Oh, that would have saved his entire career. Right? All Barca fans would have fallen in love with him. You could argue he cost us another UCL. This fucking guy, bro. He always finds a way to cost us in the UCL knockouts. I can't fucking believe this guy, bro. I can't believe it. You could argue, you genuinely could argue that he cost us because if he scores that header, we go to extra time. And he really should be scoring. I mean, there's not really an excuse. Sure, it was coming with a lot of momentum and pace, but I mean, you gotta get that down, man. You gotta get that down. He, I don't know what he was doing. Rooney was really good, man. It really sucks how he doesn't get more time. It's a shame. Rooney was really good. Um, you know, he won a lot of jewels. He wasn't. I don't know. His decision making wasn't great, but yeah, he was good, man. I really liked what I saw from him. I don't know how Balde didn't see minutes today. I guess I kind of understand, but man, it sucks. I feel bad for Rafinha as well. He was there today. I know for a fact he wanted to be out there, and I think we would have advanced if he was out there. Um, it's a shame. Shame on Brazil, man. Shame on Brazil, and shame on those stupid ass friendlies. Yeah, shame on Ancelotti. Nah, I don't know. I'm just saying stupid shit. That's it. That's all I have to say. Uh, it really sucks, you know, because the UCL final was on my birthday. Um, you know, it really sucks. It would have been great to see Barca win Champions League final on my birthday, but it's not meant to be. You know, unfortunately, it's just not meant to be. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I obviously don't give a shit who wins, but yeah, we're gonna be watching a UCL final on my birthday. It should have been Barca. Should have been Barca in that final. Even last year, you know, Miami lost in the semis. In the Champions Cup, you know, the final was on my birthday as well. I think. No, it might have been the day after, but doesn't really matter. You know, Inter as well, losing in the final. Um, yeah, it sucks. You know, it sucks. That would have been the greatest birthday present ever. Um, Obviously PSG advanced. I mean, no one's surprised. Let's be honest. Um, yeah, PSG will probably play Bayern. That's gonna be awesome to watch. I would love to see a Bayern Munich versus I don't even know Bayern Munich versus wait what? Yeah. Oh my God, wait, yeah. Oh wow, wait, Atletico. Dude, Atletico could actually reach the final. You know, I actually think they could. Yeah, they're playing Arsenal or Sporting. No, I don't think. I don't know. I mean, it all depends. If Arsenal go through, I think. I mean, Arsenal obviously beat them 4-0, but that was in the group phase. I don't know. Um, I really feel like they have a chance, man. I don't think they will win. No chance. PSG or Bayern is winning the Champions League. It's as simple as that. I mean, if you don't agree with that, then you're just stupid. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Those are by far the two best teams. If Madrid gets through, I mean, maybe, but the UCL winner was always going to come from the other side. Um, you know, unless Barca advanced, you know, and they actually played in the first game. They actually played well. I think they could have maybe won it, but it was always going to be Bayern Munich or PSG, and I think it's going to be Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich are the best team in Europe. But yeah, Pushkash Arena, May 30th. We'll be there. It's a shame. It's a real shame. It would have been a great fucking day. It would have been a great birthday. I mean, it still could be, but I just don't care. I don't have any, like, I'm not invested. I don't care about any other teams. You know, if it's not Inter or Barca, I don't care. Um, in a way, I would root for Sporting if they managed to reach the final. I kind of would root for them, but um, yeah, it is what it is, man. Um, I feel like the referee could have given a little bit one more chance. I don't know. I feel like because there was stoppage time because there was I don't know there was something happened that stopped the play for a little bit and we hadn't even reached 8 minutes yet and he blew the whistle. So I don't get why I feel like there was one more chance, just one more because he could have crushed it, and then if it was a goal kick, yeah, sure, blow the whistle. But why are you blowing the whistle there? We had a throw in. I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't think we would have scored anyway, so it's not like it matters. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. I'm just gonna end this. Let's win La Liga. Let's win the Clásico, and yeah, let's at least you know win a domestic double. You could say we won the Super Cup. Obviously, we lost the Copa del Rey. Congratulations to Atlético Madrid for sure. They played well. They did it. They didn't play well. They just played tactically well, but not in actual football. They didn't do anything. They just outlasted us. That's what they did. The first leg killed us, and then yeah, they just managed to survive, just like they did in the Copa del Rey. But I think they won the Copa del Rey. I highly doubt they'll win the Champions League, but who knows? Um, yeah. Shout out to Griezmann. You know, hopefully he gets to go out with one more trophy. That would be cool. I don't know if he's ever won the Copa del Rey. I'm sure he has, right? At some point, he must have won it. He might have won it with Barca. Actually, yeah, he did. He did actually. Yes, he scored a bunch of important goals in that campaign. But yeah, um, congratulations to Atletico. Um, commiserations to Barcelona. Um, it sucks. It really sucks. But we'll be here next year. We'll be here. We'll be here as long as it takes. You know what I mean? We'll be here to support this team. And number 6 is gonna come at some point. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see it. Or at least I hope I will. But yeah, Visca el Barça siempre.